This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, nerds. This is Wacko, and you're listening to the Nerd Corp podcast because you know what's worth listening to. Bye.
Welcome to the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's Thursday, and you know what that means.
1 year anniversary, yay!
Hey!
I thought it was time to clean my balls.
Well, it's always time to clean your balls.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Well, sometimes.
Welcome to Season 3, Episode 13, 1 year of the Nerd Corporation. So, today we're going to be talking about our favorite times, favorite guests, moments of the show, quotes, things like that.
It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
So, let's start with the nerd news. What do we have for nerd news, guys?
Give me a moment.
I don't really have anything newsworthy, but I do have a first impression on Us, the new movie by Jordan Peele of Get Out fame, and what's that other short?
Key and Peele?
Key and Peele. I've never seen any of his comedy stuff. And then very minor first impressions of the new Sekiro game.
Ugh, me too. I haven't played it yet.
We won't reveal anything for you.
But
I
want to be in on this.
Well, let's start with the impressions while Nick looks for his news. What did you think, Cole?
The movie was really good, despite what I've heard from some people.
I've heard that too. I heard that it wasn't a good movie.
Let me start by saying that it's not. It is definitely a horror movie. Like, it is, as Get Out was more of like a thriller / like weirdly comedy. This is more like 100% horror with a little bit of comedy sprinkled throughout.
Gotcha.
But the comedy, I feel, doesn't work as well in this one as it did with Get Out.
Okay.
Just because, Get Out was more of a like a social commentary disguised as a thriller / horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Us is more of a God, you can't really even talk about this movie at all without spoiling it. I mean, there's the initial premise that's, revealed in the trailers that there's a African American family that's being haunted by an evil doppelganger family.
Okay.
Obviously, they look exactly like them.
Right.
And I feel like there are some reaches in logic, especially towards the end of the movie. You're going to be suspending your disbelief a lot more frequently than I really wanted to. But like I said when I was talking to you before, I was done watching the movie. I was sitting in the theater and I was like, I'm disappointed. Because I feel like the ending is kind of sour. Like, right. I don't really feel like the ending really works that much.
Right.
However, the more I started thinking about it, the more I was like, holy fuck, this movie's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, Peele is really good with his symbolism. And I think that
symbolism.
It is
Symbology.
all over this
What's
movie.
the symbology of that?
It's all over this movie. Like, I don't know if you've ever watched that YouTube video. I think it was with Variety or Vanity Fair, one of the two, where they interviewed Jordan Peele about like subtle things that happened in Get Out and like fan theories, and he's like, "Yeah, that's totally true." Like,
oh, that's cool.
And it's like, I can't, like, I'll tell you right now, I cannot fucking wait to watch this movie again. Because I'm going to watch it through a different lens. And I'm going to say, like, okay, there's a ton of shit that I know now. What's going to be different?
Are you going to wear, like, 3D glasses, or?
No. No.
I get a different lens.
Yeah.
A
Are you nearsighted? Do you
No, I think it's a great movie. It works as a horror movie. It might go over the heads of a lot of people, and a lot of people might be turned off by what Peele is trying to do. But I honestly think that Peele is like one of the best newcomers to come around for sure.
Yep. Our own Justin Peterson / Weird Sense says Us was a smart horror movie for less than smart people.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Good. Then I might enjoy it.
Right? I might enjoy it. The symbolism is heavy-handed and obvious, he says.
Hey, man. That's your opinion. No, I thought it was fully enjoyable. One thing that he might agree with me on is the score. The score is fucking amazing.
Is it really?
Oh my god. It's so good. And the use of all the use of like actual songs too is really, really good.
That's good.
That's 10 out of 10 in my book.
Nice.
You can talk shit about the movie all you want, but don't talk shit about that score because it's really fucking good. And again, that's the second time. This is the second score made by that guy, and he knocked it out of the park a second time.
Mm-hmm. Did you have your nerd news up and running?
I do have it up and running. So we have here from Game Rant the Mortal Kombat 11 Rasta for the beta test.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this is the closed beta. So if you pre-order the game, and this is all yours. So far we have got Baraka, Jade, Scarlet, Cabal, and Scorpion.
Those are
Those are your beta test rosters.
nice.
I think
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that new Noob Cybot?
Yep.
Oh,
Dude, I think.
Yep. I jump for joy.
Dude, I
love
think.
Noob
I think
Saibot, dude.
I think if you can master his will probably be like the most satisfying.
Yep.
Play.
I don't really like his sickle weapon, but well, I mean, whatever.
I'm
you know.
excited for
the sickle?
for Jade because
Jade.
I don't know if you remember in
Sick of it?
I'm
in
sick.
MKX,
God,
one
dude.
of Katana's movesets was
I'm
actually
sorry.
like
It's
Jade's
alright.
staff and all that. So it's kind of like she wasn't in the game, but she kind of was.
Justin, I will totally agree with you. I think Get Out was the better film, and definitely smarter, more subtle in its
Execution.
and not only that, and how it proves to be a smart film.
Yeah.
So, another piece of news for those...
Well, I mean,
Oh, were you still going? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't know.
you guys just kind of
they-
went off.
Yeah, we did. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that it. If you have the game pre-ordered, then the beta start date is in 3 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, March 28th.
Oh wow.
And
So
I
go and get
pre-ordered
your-
it on Amazon just so I could get that.
So go ahead and get your.
Is it a bummy thing that I don't like to participate in betas?
Yes.
Yes.
I just don't. I don't want to go through
You
the trouble
asshole!
of doing that. Like, I know how Mortal Kombat feels. I don't need to play it. I can play it when it comes out. Like, unless it's like a really really hot anticipated game. Like if they beta tested the new Zelda, fuck yeah, Dave.
Is it not a hot anticipated game?
It is, but not like a new Zelda game.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So, for those that don't know, and I believe I posted this on the page a little while ago, we're getting a new Bill and Ted's.
Yeah.
And then
And-
just the other day, they also posted that Death is coming back.
Yes. William Sadler,
Yes.
the original Death, will
Old
be.
saddlebags,
Yeah.
as I
Willie
like to call
Saddle or Willie not.
them, as I like to call them, as of about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. There are.
So that's awesome. I'm stoked about that.
We're getting some new Marvel events
Oh,
in
yeah.
the comics.
Well, it's like 3 different events, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a little overkill.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know?
I think
I think they're getting a bit big for their britches, and they need to calm the fuck down.
yeah. So in April we get War of the Realms. In July we get House and Powers of X. In August, which is probably the one that I'll pick up, is Maximum Carnage.
That looks. Oh my god! By the way, did you see that new Carnage pop?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, and then there's one event slated in December that is a toss-up. But that one, Maximum Carnage, I think is going to be dope. Was reading up on it, and it was talking about how it's just Carnage, like just beating the fuck out of the entire Marvel universe.
Dude, that's what that SNES Spider-Man
the
game
SNES?
was.
The SNES?
Yeah,
Did you
that's
ever play that?
Yeah,
Maximum
mhm,
Carnage.
yeah.
It came with, it was like the red
the
cartridge.
red cartridge. Yep.
Holy shit, that game was awesome.
Yeah, so these are the descriptions. So for War of the Realms, featuring Marvel's greatest heroes such as Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Black Panther, and Captain Marvel, the Dark Sorcerer Malekith wages a war that has spread from one otherworldly realm to the next, razing each one to the ground as his armies move from conquest to conquest. Now there's only one realm left standing, ours. House of X #1 and Powers of X #1. There will both be a one of 6. This July, Marvel's House of X and Powers of X will mark the next major milestone in X-Men history. Since their introduction by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby over 50 years ago, fans around the world have followed extraordinary stories of the X-Men through seminal moments like Giant Size X-Men 1991's X-Men #1, Age of Apocalypse, The New X-Men. Each of the moments introduced a new era for mutant kind. And starting this summer, the world will experience the next seminal moment in the history of X-Men.
Dude, look at that.
Look at that shit. Spider Carnage.
That's pretty dope.
That's
Right? You want to show it?
Yeah.
So there's a new pop coming out as well, a new Funko that, yeah, you can see that pretty decently. It's a Spider Carnage, and it's fucking sick.
And then Absolute Carnage, which is the one that I'm excited for, is this August, the Marvel Universe will need to survive absolute carnage. No one is safe. Beginning in Free Comic Book Day Spider-Man Venom #1, out May 5th, Cletus Cassidy is back and he's deadlier than ever, on a hunt for every superhero in the Marvel Universe who has worn a symbiote. Symbiote. I know it. Symbiology.
By the way, just FYI, that Carnage, that Spider Carnage, it's out in May. Anybody's thinking about a little birthday present for Derek here.
Also, just to briefly interject on the pop subject, you can pre-order right now on Amazon. That comes out in August. You can pre-order Becky Lynch's pop right now.
Oh yeah, I'm
that's
so
right.
excited.
That's
for
right.
that.
I already did.
It's
I
so
already did.
It's so badass.
Yeah.
Carnage has his eye on his first victims, starting with some of our favorite Marvel heroes. Everyone is a target. So if you're into comic books and you're into Marvel especially, you want to go check that out because it's going to be a banger. It's going to be awesome.
That Carnage one sounds awesome.
The Carnage one does sound great. I've always been down on some Carnage.
Yeah, anything to do with Carnage.
Also, in wrestling news, and this one's gonna hit I think us the most.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 2019 is slated to be an 8-hour show.
Holy God, are you serious?
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not on a weekend that I work.
Well, I mean,
Fuck
we
me.
might want to split it up.
Yeah, we're probably gonna end up splitting it up.
When's it supposed to start?
It starts first weekend in April, I believe.
Well, I mean, like, is there a time?
I don't think it has a time. I think it's
Like,
I think it's gonna have an early
What are they
start
gonna
time.
do? Like in the future, they're gonna be like, "All right, this Sunday WrestleMania starts on the Tuesday before, leads right on through to the next Thursday."
Yeah.
Like that seems fucking ridiculous.
Well, and then like I don't understand why that.
What
It's-
else can they do? We already kind of know what they're going to be doing.
So it's the both male heavyweight titles, all 3 tag titles, which are the SmackDown, the Raw, and the women's titles.
Right.
I think they're including NXT, so we have the North American champion and the NXT champion. I don't know if the NXT titles will be on the line. Then there's both women's championships, which is the Ronda
Charlotte, Becky.
Charlotte, Becky, and the Asuka,
God, I want Becky to get it back.
and the what is it, Asuka Mandy.
Asuka.
I ought to slap you.
Derek's on one today.
Yeah, Asuka Mandy, Sonya. So that's 9 matches, I think, so far. And then we've got the Triple H Batista, We've got the
I'm actually really excited for that.
we've got the Intercon Championship with Lashley and Demon Finn Balor.
Oh, right.
And then we've got what else?
WWE's Carnage.
Yeah, WWE's Carnage. We've got a whole shitload, and I think we are going to end up having to split it up.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, if that's how
Is it next weekend?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 weeks from now. Is that a weekend you work?
So I work this weekend, but I don't work the next weekend.
Yeah. So it's the 7th.
Thank God.
April.
how sure are you on that time? Is that something that's been posted?
Yeah, it's gone through Wrestling Observer.
Oh, okay.
It's gone through Wrestle Talk.
Ugh.
So
Jeez.
I mean, we're not as certain about that as everybody is with the new Avengers film being over 3 hours long.
yeah. Yeah.
Good Lord.
I'm fine with that.
I mean,
Could
just
not-
shut the fuck up about it. Good God. It's not that big of a deal.
You guys, Marvel fans, are acting like they've never seen all 3 Lord of the Rings movies or
No
all Harry
shit.
Potter movies.
And binged them
Yeah.
back to back.
I just think it's funny that anybody talks they're like, oh, 3 hours. Oh. It's but you'll go home and you'll binge Netflix for the next 7 hours.
Which it's fitting because it's Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
That's where they would I feel like they'd want to put as much stuff in there as they can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Sunday, April 7th is when it'll happen.
Cool.
As far as the time, as far as Wrestling Observer and Wrestle Talk, that's what they say is happening, but it's still all pretty rumored. So it could be a regular old match, but I mean, we've got tons of titles on the line, and it's WrestleMania, so you
I
never
could
know.
see 5.
They should just set up 3 rings and then just have matches going simultaneously.
Kind of like a wrestling Warp Tour.
Yeah,
There's the main
exactly.
stage. Here's the Monster Energy stage.
down.
And then
Let's
we got
fund this.
the NXT stage out the
Yeah.
back.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's get on with the topic at hand. It's our fucking anniversary, guys.
Yay!
Hell yeah, it is.
It is our fucking anniversary, and I
didn't get any gifts.
I didn't get you anything.
I didn't get any of you anything either.
I got me something.
Yeah.
we said no gifts.
We said no gifts.
I thought you meant for everybody else.
So, how have you guys enjoyed being on the show?
Loved every second of it.
I think it's a blast.
I've been wanting to do something because I was a guest on your guys' E3 episode.
That's right.
Last year, and because I'd been wanting to get on something like that for a while, and a few years back, me and Cole even had talks about wanting to do just the 2 of us wanted to do a podcast, but we had 0 equipment.
Yeah.
And that was
No knowledge on what to do at all.
and B, no knowledge. So that was where we
We're just talking
kinda,
to tin cans, right? Is that?
yeah. Do we just record it on our phones? But yeah, and then I came on the show that one time, and I was like, you know what, that was really, really awesome, and it'd be cool to do something like this. And I'm glad that opportunity came along.
I'm glad.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
Cool.
Sometimes it can be a little stressful just because I do not work a normal shift at all.
Yeah.
And I work every other weekend, especially when, the schedules get mixed up, and when, sometimes even my other guy wants to take a weekend off or something, so I end up having to do 2 weekends in a row. Sometimes it is kind of stressful, but I feel like once you get here and once you sit down and you get the mics in and everything like that, it's all pretty worth it. It's fun to sit down and bullshit, and and while it's fun to agree with each other on everything, I feel like it's even more fun to disagree and to
GTA.
sit here and not only that,
Fallout 76 is good.
SNES.
man, you are living in a dream fucking world.
Here we
If
go
You think
again.
76 is a good game? I'm sorry, but
Yeah, no, I mean it's been a lot of fun, because I was on the Doctor Who episode ages ago, and that was really cool, and yeah, I just thought it would be something that would be really fun to do, and so it's kind of cool, especially because we don't all have to know everything about everything,
Right.
That's the point of having all of us here,
Right.
is so because we each have different strengths and interests, and it meshes really well together.
I agree. I loved my time with Dr. Nick. Don't get me wrong. He and I, we started it. We had tons of fun, but I think we were kind of pigeonholed as far as knowledge was concerned because we kind of had the same knowledge together. And then when
among other things.
Yeah. Jesus.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I gotta be a dick sometimes.
Yeah, you're fine. Unfortunately he had to step out, and like it wasn't even like I wasn't even stressed like when I figured who I had to pick. Like I was just like, okay, well, we had Derek on the last one and he did great, and we had Nick on the other one and he was great, and the only person that we haven't had on that we were gonna have on anyway was Cole, and I was
But he's not so great.
Yeah, but he's an asshole.
Very rarely am I okay. Most of the time it's subpar, giving opinions that like no one really fucking cares about.
Yeah.
So,
and thank you, Cole, for being the answer to the question nobody asked.
You're welcome.
For being a friend.
But like, even it has also been stressful. You know what I mean? It has, because we have to get everybody coordinated, and Cole works the weird hours, I work the weird hours, and sometimes when we can't do it on a Sunday, we have to do it on a day where we're all working.
Like today.
You know what I mean? We couldn't do it yesterday, and so we had to do it today.
My fault. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to go and have a good time.
Right.
Jesus.
I know, I'm such
what
a
a
dick.
fucking dirtbag, right?
How dare you fucking go enjoy yourself at a concert you've always
Hey,
wanted
Tony!
to... Hey, Tony!
Tony, you stay out of this.
How
Go
dare
get
you?
the Stogats.
How dare
I
you?
gotta take a dump on the pisha dude.
Oh my god.
That's my Italian word for the day. Pisha dude. It means toilet.
I was like, what does it mean? Did you just make... That's a made-up word.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Sopranos, bro. Season 4.
Alright.
My nerd tastes have grown since having you guys on the show.
Mine as well.
You know what I mean? Like, we've gotten Cole into wrestling. We've gotten all of us into anime. I mean, you, Nick, and you, Cole, were both pretty into... I know you're a fucking weeb. And so...
Well, and you were even, like, you were even talking about maybe playing WoW, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, yeah. Let's do this.
I was kind of like... I had kind of gotten... Like, I knew about kind of what the going-ons were and, like, wrestling or whatever, but, like, after joining up here, I was just like, yeah, no, I'll get back into it, because I was, like, huge into it in middle school, and I was one of those kids where... Like, people just be like, it's fake, right? I'm like, shut up, no, it's not.
Well, yeah, it's
not. Some of it's real. Like,
it's real.
When they do this, it's real.
Well, it's one of those things you're like, I'm an adult now, I guess I'm not allowed to like this.
And then, I don't know how long ago it was, but I just started watching, like, Raw and SmackDown, and recently I started watching NXT, too, and I just was like, after, like, a couple weeks of just getting... really back into it, I was like, okay, yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Like, yeah, like...
One of my most surprising things that I've seen over the last year that we've been doing this is I knew that you would fucking love My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Just because you're such a hero douche.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
such a mark
I did not
heroes.
know that you, Derek, were gonna take such a shine to the show.
I mean,
you fucking loved that show. You went fucking crazy at Comic-Con buying all the pops. You're like, son of a bitch, I missed the training Deku, I gotta go back. You know what I mean? Like, I never ever thought that you would that you would take a shine to it as much as you have. The new movie comes on Tuesday, by the way, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have it. I'll have it tomorrow, so we can watch it.
Yeah,
whenever.
no, I mean, I've never disliked anime type stuff. I just never really got into it. Apart,
but
from
you're like really.
That's
fucking
how
into
that's
My
how
Hero.
I
from
was
like DBZ
until and
like
it's
that.
funny because I remember the first time that you guys let me borrow Persona 5, and you were telling me like, yeah, this is what got Angela like into like heavily into
It like
anime.
straight up transformed.
And I was like,
Angela
okay,
into a
cool. And I
weirdo.
started playing the game, and the same exact thing happened to me. I was just like,
Yo, also, Persona 5, I guess this is kind of a nerd newsy thing. Persona 5 is now part of the PlayStation Hits. So you can get it for $20.
also,
Well, if I just had $20.
let's maybe briefly touch on Persona 5 The Royal.
Please, let's not.
Not? No?
I'm so fucking pissed about that.
Wait,
Oh my god. Okay,
well,
so since
we have to touch on it now.
Because
I
the
need to know what this
Not
is.
the
know,
reaction I
it's-
was expecting at all.
It's irritating as fuck because we've known about this announcement all year. We've been waiting since March 22nd. That's when we're gonna hear new shit about new Persona 5, whatever, new Persona. And they released this teaser, and it's all like, Persona 5, new projects with an S. So I'm thinking like, okay. New things, new fucking things, And so here we are, yesterday, the fated day. And we wake up. We woke up at 5 because that's when it premiered, right? It's a teeny little teaser at the end. It's the very last episode of the anime, and they tease at the very end. It's just this teaser that a person is standing in a crowd in Shibuya Square, and there's a Phantom Thief logo on the screen. Of course, normal Persona 5 shit, but it's a woman, and it's Goro Akechi, one of the main characters in the game, asking her what she thinks about the Phantom Thieves, and so I was so disappointed. Not only that, like we also the night before we got the release date for Evangelion on Netflix, fucking June 21st.
What?
I don't know. Does Netflix know what spring is? That's not spring. God damn it!
Wait, and when is it that we're getting new My Hero? Like not till like
October.
October. That's what I thought. Okay.
We are getting a new movie though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting. So we get the one tomorrow, and then apparently they're making a new one. They just
really?
announced it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
That's more news.
anyways, and then the female character looks very main character-ish.
Yeah.
Like looks like maybe, Persona 3 was the one that used, you could play either as a boy or a girl. And I don't know if it was like much different. I haven't played 3, but she's talking in the announcement. So that makes me think that she's not a playable character. That makes me think that she's another confidant. So that goes to my theory that Persona 4 Golden was the Vita title, right? Persona 4 came out on the PS2 like I think 2007, 2008, something like that. And then Golden got remade for the Vita, only on the Vita, in 2013, I think. And it added an entire story arc that you could only play in Golden. I think that's what this is.
Oh.
But that also fuels my fires for a Switch port, which I really don't think is going to happen. But god damn it, I'm holding on to every little bit of it. Because that game just fucking will work on the Switch. It really will.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would be a killer app on the Switch.
One of my favorite things about doing all this together is that I can borrow games.
Yeah, of course you can.
Because I'm like, yes! Because I'm so poor. I'm just a poor student. I can't.
We understand.
I can't.
We understand.
I can't.
And it ends with another date, April 24th. You'll find out more. It's like, my God, we
Just
waited
give
3
it to me all at once.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't hate the name. I think the R is a little too big, but whatever, Like, have you seen the fucking picture for it? The R is like way bigger than the whole title. Like, it's fucking weird.
Oh, Angela's calling you out for being a theory thief.
Theory. That wasn't your theory. It was my theory. What are you talking about?
This
Get
is like
outta
that.
here.
I dreamt that I had the theory
I played
first.
Persona 4 before you.
I never know what she's talking about anymore.
It's like that scene from Infinity War when Thor goes into the Guardians ship and he tries to like deepen his voice. This is my voice.
Oh, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that is my theory.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. If she wants to take it, then have it. I don't fucking care. It's just, I'm butthurt about it because we've waited 3 months for something. And all we got was a 20-second teaser trailer with You know, I hate it how Atlas does that. It's irritating.
I was kind of I haven't watched it yet, but they're apparently. Let me pull it back up.
I mean, I'm gonna buy it just because I love that game so much, and I've been looking for a reason to replay it. I've just been waiting for a Switch port. Like, I think that if there was a Switch port, that's like the perfect time to jump in. Final Fantasy VII now available on your Nintendo Switch, by the way.
Oh.
It's only $15.
And go to the lobby and get yourselves a drink.
Yeah. Let's all go to the
that's monumental. Like, Final Fantasy VII on a Nintendo console. Where are we? Like,
What year is it?
I just think that's the game that caused the most rocky relationship in all of video game history.
I thought
Nope.
I was gonna say I thought we'd get a lot more from the PlayStation State of Play, but they just focused a lot on VR.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I didn't watch it, but I was like, oh, maybe announce. Nope, just hey, more trailers for you.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of potential for that to be really good
yeah,
because Nintendo has this fucking golden idea with their Nintendo Directs. There's no bullshitting. There's no pussyfooting around. They just get to the announcements and the trailers and everything right away. There's no awkward stage presentation, no nothing. And it's 100, like, it's all recorded. It's brilliant. It's perfect. And guess what? It's like an hour at most.
yeah.
But
And
awkward
that's-
stage presentations are wonderful.
I know, but let's leave that for like the Ubisofts and the EAs and like
Alright.
just let them.
And
drown
PlayStation at
themselves.
E3 that one year.
Yeah, man, oh man, there is so much potential for that what's it called? State of Play.
State of Play, yeah.
I just wish that they.
I mean, they basically showed
Would have done it
they
a
showed a
little better.
trailer for Days Gone, the story trailer. They showed one for Mortal Kombat.
They
Crash,
announced a ton of characters in the new Mortal Kombat. They
Crash
announced,
Nitro.
Yeah, they announced Jax. Jax is coming back.
Nice.
That's my dude.
Didn't they? I think they showed a fatality of Liu Kang. So I think that means that he's in the game.
That Noob Saibot fatality, though.
Yeah, that new Cyborg.
Good
video.
hell.
Did they show Melina by any chance?
No, I haven't seen any Melina yet.
Oh, Weird Sense is gonna be pissed. That's
Angela
his.
too.
That's
I think that's
his
her
main.
favorite.
That's his main.
That's the one with the fucked up face, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's Angela's too.
She's a Tarkatan.
What were your guys' favorite episodes?
I gotta go with
One of 'em?
I can't decide, but I would say either Red Dead or Resident Evil.
Okay.
Mine is Resident Evil.
I
love that
loved
episode.
the Red Dead because we were all just so gung ho about that game, and we are just like, we gotta talk about as much of it as we can.
Yeah.
What?
Weird Sense. Fuck Jax. God damn it.
Is that like your main?
Yeah,
or what?
that's my main, dude.
He looks bad in this game.
Does he?
Like, he looks fucking weird, bro. Like, they did wrong on his face. His face looks wrong.
That don't matter. I'll still whoop that ass.
That's okay. Just get Terry Crews to play him.
Yeah, like he does everything else.
Yeah. Sorry, Crackdown 3 fans.
He's all popping and locking across the screen.
My favorite.
Gotcha, grab.
Muscle.
No, he grabs you, and you just hear this.
Old Spice whistle. My favorite was the very first one of them.
Oh yeah, one of them.
Oh yeah, one of them. The very first one that we did.
Oh, yeah.
I think that one. I think that was the very first episode that we all did together.
Yeah, as a group.
As a group.
That's where we talked about Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Yeah. Yeah, we just our chemistry showed from the very beginning, and the fact I think that we're all friends outside of the podcast was like a better indication that we were going to do well. So that one, for that reason, was my favorite. Is one of my favorites. The other one, I'd have to say, was the Batman animated series one.
Okay.
I learned a lot of new shit.
The one with Brian?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna love that.
I liked that one. Not because of Brian. But,
Just fucking
Fuck
admit
Brian.
it. Just admit it. Y'all
Fucking
loved
Brian.
him.
I love
Fucking Brian's coming.
I love Brian. I love Brian to death. But that was a good one. It was a very good one. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It was probably one of the more informative ones for me as I was writing the guideline up.
I really liked the Tim Burton.
The Tim Burton
That one was a ton of fun, yeah.
I like the.
You just loved it because I couldn't pronounce half the fucking names on the
Was
paper.
that the one where you said producer?
That wasn't. I didn't say
I said
producer.
producer.
Oh, you said producer.
I
Was it
said-
that one?
I don't know
What
if
the
it was
hell
that
did
one.
I say?
I think it was on the Resident Evil one.
It might have been producer.
He or she very well could be a producer.
Or what? It was
know-
the Back to the Future one where I like kept fucking up the same name over and over.
Steenburgen.
That's right.
Steenbergen. Steenberg.
man.
What the fuck is her name?
Fuck that guy, dude.
You hear that, Steenburgen?
I hate you.
I fucking hate you.
Fucking regular ass name.
Your existence upsets me, and it needs to end.
Your very breath offends me. Favorite guest,
Brian.
Brian.
Who else? I'm trying to remember who all we had on.
We've had Brian. We've had Angela.
Oh, and
I did really
Weird
enjoy
Sense.
Weird Sense though.
Yeah,
I really
Oh, yeah.
enjoyed listening to him talk about Wolverine.
I did like. I don't know if I can choose, but I loved the Batman episode with Brian. I loved hearing all of the stuff I had no idea about Wolverine. I also really liked the when Angela was on because we all watched the wrestling episode.
Yeah, it was.
and then we
it was
had
Evolution.
a female perspective to
That
talk
was
about it.
that
with
was
us.
cool. I liked that.
And that was my favorite one. Was Angela for Evolution, because it
Good
was
answer. It's not.
Evolution.
you
They're
know,
not commenting twice. I'm sorry.
yeah. As far as us as a group, Angela was my favorite. Just because she not only was she new to wrestling, it was an all women's wrestling.
Yeah.
Event, and so seeing not only a new wrestling perspective and a new just new set of eyes, seeing it at such a monumental point was kind of important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as like the whole podcast though, I'd have to say my wifey, just because.
Now that you said that, I have a request.
Mm-hmm.
We should redo the DBZ episode.
I'm down.
Because Dr. Nick completely fucked that episode up. I'm sorry, but you did.
Okay.
You made all
Is
kinds
he
of
like
stupid.
watching right now or something? Like,
I don't know. You might one day.
Fired.
I don't have any problem with you. I think you just really were disrespectful to DBZ. I mean, that's just how it is.
FYI,
Making all the fucking Bulma panty jokes. It's like, we get it, dude. The thing's been around for fucking 40 years.
FYI, never seen an episode.
Dude,
DBZ?
In the
Love
dark.
DBZ.
Dude, I only
God,
I
Nick.
saw like 10 episodes of the first season.
Like
think.
I know characters and stuff, but I've
back
never
in the
actually
day,
watched it.
I was living in Salt Lake, and this dude I knew was like super into DBZ, and he was like, "What? You've never seen DBZ? All right." And we were roommates, so like anytime I was home, he'd be like, "DBZ." Like every fucking time, and so like I powered through DBZ. Like,
Look,
at
no
this-
one's gonna say
it
it's
was
this like
crazy.
mind-bendingly fucking great anime.
I love
But
it.
it's
I thought it was
super
great.
important in terms of like not only great anime, but like anime coming to the States.
Mm-hmm.
We would not have anime like we have today if it wasn't for DBZ.
Yeah.
No way, not at all.
I have a. If that does happen, though, I do have an idea. My friend and old coworker, Wade, would be a fantastic guest on that episode because, like, all he fucking talks about is Dragon Ball Z.
So what we'll do is we'll have Yessie on for DBZ, and we should have him on for Super if we talk about Super.
Okay.
'Cause that sounds like something we should do.
Absolutely.
So I would think I would have to say like my favorite guest wise would probably be Weird Sense because I mean I'm a huge Wolverine fan. I love Wolverine. I know a decent amount about him, not like a lot. You know, not like a fanboy level of knowledge by any means.
Yeah.
And so you know for me, that was just really cool because I do love Wolverine and the idea of Wolverine.
Man, that
So,
guy
just
can
hearing
talk forever
just hearing
about
that
Wolverine.
story arc about like the Hulk ripping him in half. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah,
I
dude.
had no idea. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, he's one of the main reasons why I even have the knowledge that I do have about Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, does he have a Wolverine tattoo?
No.
Fake ass fucking tattoo. Y'all ain't got shit on this guy, dude.
Right.
He got it embedded in his fucking
He's
skin.
even-
Give me a bigger fan,
He's even got
dog.
the snicked.
Yeah.
There's the snicked.
Man, fucking...
Sneaky, sneaky, snow.
But yeah, so, and that, I think
I'm kidding, by the way. Don't kill me.
he's got real claws too, bro. Don't fuck with him.
He might just be Wolverine. We don't know.
Yeah. Don't give him that kind of
He,
give him that kind of an ego.
he is once a year at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Favorite moments.
When it ends.
When I can get out of here.
That lovely moment when I get to go home and go to bed.
That lovely moment when like you guys go out the door and I'm just like and then just kick back on the couch because I don't gotta go nowhere.
Well, I guess this is the end of the podcast forever. So
No, we'll
Goodbye
we'll
forever.
Keep doing it. We'll keep doing it.
again, I think my favorite moments are watching Cole lose his shit. It's just he's so passionate. Like I've told him before, he's our firecracker. He's the guy that just like something happens and he's just like, holy shit, this is bullshit. He throws his like fucking headphones onto the fucking table. He's definitely one of my favorite moments.
I mean, you just fuck something up, and it's not okay on any level. I'm sorry, but I hate that I have to be that guy.
No, you don't.
I do though, Eddie.
No, just kidding.
I fucking have to, man. I have to be that guy that tells you that you're fucking.
Well, who else is gonna do it?
Right.
If it's not
you,
me.
You three aren't.
Yeah,
You three aren't gonna shit on Nomura.
I'm not.
Nomura, be better.
Because I don't fucking play.
I don't poop on people.
I
don't
mean,
love
if,
you,
if
but I
there was
can't,
enough
though.
money involved, I might do it.
I mean, Bethesda's fucked me 3 ways from Sunday, and I still can't talk shit about him. I was waiting for a response, and all he does is
You
chuckle.
just did.
I mean, I like I can talk shit about him, but I still like 76.
I go under the mantra of criticizing it so it can be better.
Mm-hmm.
I really do believe that if you truly love something, you are capable of criticizing it to the point where it almost kind of seems like you hate it.
Yeah.
You know, like there are things about Kingdom Hearts that I really did love. Kingdom Hearts 3 to be specific. But it's just I have to be vocal about it because I feel like I'm not being a true fan if I don't. You know what I mean? But I mean, and that's my own weird way. We haven't had a bad Mega Man game yet, so you know.
I thought the X games were bad.
No, it was that Mighty Number 9 that was not so good.
That doesn't even touch Mega Man. It may
But
have been
it's
made by the same
yeah,
guy,
That's what I was getting at.
but it's not. It's not bad.
Shout out to Sonny. Shout out to Sonny Ashton for being a Fallout 76 fanboy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Get out.
I mean, like,
Wild Appalachia's out. So
Oh,
Derek,
is it?
yeah,
Oh.
Derek, you and I, we need to get on some Wild Appalachia.
We do.
Say that again?
Appalachia.
The hell is that?
Appalachia. He's saying it fucking weird.
No,
That's
I mean
how they say
like
it in the game.
legitimately,
what is it?
It's
think,
the Mount,
isn't
the
it?
Appalachian
It's
Mountains.
a new patch.
Mountains.
It's like a
In West
expansion
Virginia?
pass.
Oh, I'm like, what?
What did it add?
River.
What was all the stuff that it added?
Playability?
Hey, going for the fucking throat, dog.
They had better not have taken out my glitch where I'm a floating head. I will be pissed.
I bet they did.
Oh, no.
I bet they did.
Speaking of Bethesda, today and today only, Morrowind is completely free on Bethesda.net right now.
Okay, wait. So, by the way, what happened to them saying that they were... well, I don't know if it was them saying it, but
Yeah.
there was like that rumor that Fallout 76 was going to possibly just be given away. Like,
They shot it down.
Yeah, that was totally hearsay.
okay.
There was that hilarious photo of a Walmart that had been shut down, and it had been like completely ransacked, and people had stolen shit from it.
But there's just a bunch of 76.
But there was just a bunch of 76 copies. I'm gonna post it to the page later. It is
up.
one of the funniest
That's fucked
fucking
up.
things. Oh my god, it's hilarious.
That was wrong of you, internet. That was wrong.
That was wrong.
Or there's that one picture that was, I think it was circulating like right around the holidays last year, and it was like, I think somebody posted it in the Utah Gamers group, and it was just like a picture. All PlayStation 4s were sold out, and there was just like nobody had touched any of the Xboxes.
Go to Walmart. We went to Walmart yesterday at like 9 o'clock at night because I needed more underwear. For some reason, my fucking underwear just keeps disappearing.
And you were looking by the Xbox and...
That's what you do when you go to Walmart. Like when I was a kid and I would go to Walmart with my parents, I'm like, I'll be in the electronics.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
No, I'm the douchebag that walked into the electronics with my hands full, like I got 3 packs of underwear. I'm like, I gotta check to see if there's any new amiibos, Mom.
Oh, God.
Oh, you know what it is? It's the underpants gnomes.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Underpants now.
I don't know, but I got really pissed and I was like, fuck it. We're gonna go buy underwear.
We're doing it live.
Doing
man.
it live.
We'll get Taco Bell on the way home.
Dude,
There's no underwear here.
that's another one of my favorite moments. Is all the new like inside jokes that we have.
Well, and there aren't even that many
would probably
new
be
ones.
my
It's just,
favorite moment was
we
the
just
Bill O'Reilly
beat
play
them.
out.
We just beat them to fucking death.
We're
Yeah.
doing
And
it,
and I don't mind. I'm hopefully it's not horrible for
Oh,
people,
that's
but
what you-
I
that's
don't.
what you do with an
even if
inside
it is,
joke,
I don't care.
I'll fucking do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
Well, if you're
I'll fucking do it
Murder!
again. Murder.
like, I'm gonna say it like, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair, if you are a listener like from way back when, then they won't be inside jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But people that are just like starting to listen, like, what in the hell?
Yeah. She probably did,
That's
Dara.
dead.
Really.
Yeah.
I love all of the outtakes,
Oh, yeah.
if you will, all of the fuck ups, the producers.
Like I,
The
I
Steve
was,
Virgin.
Virgins.
I had gone to 7-Eleven to buy like cigarettes or something like that, and I was sitting in my car, and it was like after you had said that the outtakes were up, and I was like, oh, I'll go watch them on YouTube. And I'm like sitting in my car, laughing my ass off to myself. And people are looking in my car, and they just see like,
Just making all these laugh faces.
and that was me today at work. Listening, if you guys haven't listened to the last podcast on the left, fucking go do it. Phenomenal.
After hours.
It's a true crime podcast, but the guys that do it are the funniest people I've ever heard in my life.
I heard the
And-
soul of that.
And I was like, I'm sitting there at work just like putting like checks into the computer, and anyone that was sitting next to me just would hear like typing and then just
Now I'm straight up.
Light snickering.
I'm straight up on work, and you know where like my main desk is up like on a higher perch, and I'm up there just like, you know, like totally up there just giggling.
Dude, when I'm editing these, because what I do all the editing for the page, and and like I am in this office. It's like the front desk, not an office. And there's just the acoustics in there are amazing. And so all of a sudden you just hear this just like echo, and I'm just like, it's just like, luckily I'm the only one in there because I'm there overnight, but I'm just like, and I'm just like clapping and laughing like a dumbass. It is the
That just
best.
reminds me of the Kevin Hart
Yeah.
laugh.
Head wiggle. You'll have to see it.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, absolutely. The laughs I think are what keep us here. Like, I think if it was way too serious, we wouldn't.
Yeah, I hate you guys too much to be here if it wasn't funny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys are just
I'm
assholes.
glad the feeling is mutual.
Fuck all y'all.
this place would be nothing without my comic relief.
Weird Sense what jokes?
What?
He said my fucking jokes, so I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. It was so funny. So Weird Sense has these jokes that he likes to like reach into, right? And I moved to Texas for a year, and he's like, "Hey, so how's Texas going?" I was like, "Oh, it's going great. Your jokes are doing so good out here." It's just like your jokes are doing so well out here.
Is it true that everything is bigger there?
Yes, it's true. I had a half stack of pancakes. It was just like the plate was like bigger than my face. And burgers are fucking amazing, and the steaks are like that thick, and it's fuck.
The one thing that I want to do in my life before anything happens to me is I want to eat at a fucking Whataburger.
Dude, Whataburger's probably the best.
I want it!
It's so...
Give me what I want!
Give me what I want!
Justin,
I'm not gonna spit like Batista.
I know.
The
right?
I'll do it again joke is is a filthy Frank joke
Oh yeah.
about Goofy being on trial for murder.
Well, to be fair though, like
To be
he
fair.
did.
To be fair.
To be fair. He did actually do that joke before that.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh no, I don't
It
doubt
was
it.
it was totally obviously had nothing to do with anything similar, but
Yeah,
no.
I'm just clarifying that.
And
Like,
it wasn't
what
wasn't
we
one
do
of them his too? Wasn't the one of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, one of them.
Yeah, that was one of his.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like we said, yeah, long before. But yeah, the what did we just say? Oh yeah, one of them.
Well, that one, and
It's almost like we took credit for them, and now he's calling us out, and we're like, oh no, yeah, those are yours. Yeah.
I mean, we made him better.
yeah. I mean, it's us.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of my favorite moments is stealing Weird Sense's jokes. I'll fucking do it again.
Murder. I love
And
murder.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
I'll fucking do it again.
Murder. Guilty.
Guilty.
Oh yeah.
Oh my fucking god, it's so funny.
That was I kind of impressed myself with that impression. Like it came out, and I was like, holy shit, dude.
Another one of my favorite things is the voice spots that you, Nick, and Derek got.
Oh
Yeah.
All the voice spots that you guys hear at the beginning of the shows. Manu Bennett. Who else do we get? Jess Harnell.
I can't remember their names. Like half
The-
of them.
the
Like the dude from Three Ninjas.
Ninjas.
Yeah.
And the funny story is, we were at the one of those I'll call it a pop shop because that just sounds cool. They're like set up in the middle of the convention, and I was just like kind of browsing, and I just overheard this guy behind me talking to the shop owner, and he was like, "Yeah, I was a voice. I was Leonardo da Vinci in Assassin's Creed, and I was Dom in Gears of War." And as soon as I heard that, I just like stopped and I like just like fucking beeline towards him, and I was like, "What,
Dude,
why are you out here?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?" And we like started talking to him, and then that's where we got him to do the voiceover for us.
And I gotta say, like, this dude, if I ever, for any reason, became famous, I would be this dude.
Yeah.
Because, like, legitimately, this dude, like, he wasn't sticking in his booth. He wasn't hanging out in his booth. He was walking around going, "Hey, guess who I am?"
Yeah. He literally was. He was
so
telling
fucking funny.
he was telling the dude that ran the pop shop, who was like, he was like Korean or Vietnamese.
He
or
probably
something
doesn't
like
even-
that.
No, yeah,
So he's like, I don't
legitimately-
fucking know who you are. Maybe he did. Maybe I'm just racial stereotyping. But, he was just telling him like, yeah, I was in this and this, and he
It
like,
was
"Yeah."
so fucking funny. He was just so pleased as shit to run around telling everybody who he was, and like like that would totally absolutely
And I
be
was
me.
I was going through my Facebook memories the other day, and I totally forgot about this one, but I think it was either 2013 or 14's Comic-Con, and I only remember because it was a status of mine. But apparently, Sophie Turner was walking around dressed up as a Ninja Turtle
No
Oh,
way.
wow.
Where?
at
Like
Comic
Salt
Con.
Lake?
Yeah.
In Salt Lake?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
My goal is to get Austin St. John's voiceover.
Tell her that her
Oh,
character sucks.
Oh, and we got Brad from
Brad
Rocky
Majors.
Horror,
Yeah.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I forgot what his name
Dude,
was.
no, my goals are just to.
I'm blinking too.
If I do anything and meet anybody and spend any money on anyone, it is Kevin, Angela, and Oscar from The Office. Like, that is my focus. Because
Holy
I
Trinity.
did not get to meet Dwight.
The
last
Holy
year.
Trinity.
I was planning on Dwight, but I walked past his booth and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, speaking of Rainn Wilson, I was watching The Death of Superman and Reign of the Supermen on DC Universe, and Rainn Wilson is Lex Luthor.
oh
Really?
yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's
Rainn
so
Wilson is Lex Luthor.
I remember reading The Death of Superman, but I haven't seen the
Yeah,
cartoon.
yeah, the cartoon's pretty dope. Lex Luthor is Rainn Wilson. I forgot that kid's name. The guy that plays Jerome in Gotham.
Yeah.
He plays Superboy. Cress
Oh,
Williams.
Cameron Manon? Or
Yeah.
Monon?
Yeah,
Moynihan.
Yeah.
Moynihan!
Moynihan, boy!
Cameron Moynihan! Dude
Um,
from Shameless, I think it is.
Yeah, yeah. He was Superboy. Cress Williams, who plays Black Lightning, was Steel. Just a star-studded cast. Rosario Dawson was Wonder Woman. Like, it was just a bunch of big names.
I would just love it if, like, not Rainn Wilson was Lex Luthor, but Dwight Schrute.
Yeah,
was
that would
Lex
be
Luthor.
amazing. No, but like getting those voiceovers, like I was surprised I got any because there was one of them, right? One of them that we paid for.
And which was
One.
which
Manu Bennett, right?
yeah.
Or no. Oh, that's right. No, there was two. Because remember, we got the dude from Three Ninjas did it in exchange for buying an autographed picture.
I bought a picture from him.
So technically, that wasn't exactly paying for it because he did it for free after we
Quid
bought
pro quo.
after we got an autograph from
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, Manu Bennett. We actually paid for that one.
Oh, and didn't you have to pay dude from Rocky Horror too?
No,
Really?
no. The only other one that I wanted to pay for, but I was like, God, I shouldn't spend any more money, was Lou Ferrigno. I wanted that one so
How much did he charge?
bad. He was gonna charge like what he would charge for an autograph. So it was
Mine,
like 40
the one
bucks or
that I
something
wanted,
like that.
the one that
It
I
wasn't bad
wanted
at all.
was, and I didn't feel like I could just
60?
go up and ask him, but it was like $50, and I like for my own personal use as well as for the podcast.
Yeah.
I wanted this, but I wanted David Hayter's voice, Solid Snake.
Yeah, yeah.
How just I would like listen to that every night before I went to bed and just fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like
Well, and there were
Can't go to bed yet.
you know,
to the Nerd Corporation.
and there were a couple that were
It's
like,
pretty
well,
good.
no, I won't do that because like my voice is, part. That's how I make my money. And I was like, all right, no, that's I totally get it. I'm not
Who
trying
said
to
that?
like, who was it? There were a couple, but I mean, and
Get the fuck over
it
yourself.
Makes sense. Well, it's mostly their handlers, because like,
Well, they should get the fuck over themselves too.
well, yeah, but they're the ones who like, they're the bad cop. You know what I mean? Like they have to.
That
do,
is a great way to put it.
like they have to do that bad.
Like
cop
you want to see
routine.
him, you got to get through me first.
Right? Because like if they didn't do that, it would be fucking bedlam
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's
You know,
true.
it would just be chaos. But a lot of times once you get past the handler and then go and talk to the actual celebrity and be like, "Hey, so," they'll be like, "Yeah, let's do it."
They
so
just thought you were
fucking
weird and that you were gonna like jerk off to his voice or something.
Well, I was gonna do it right there in line, but that's beside the point.
It's kind of like you have to go up. And, you have to like go up and get permission. Like, hey, can I just like meet them? Like, is that okay? And they're like, no.
Can I get a little semen on you? Is that okay?
Is that okay?
Oh yeah, of course. Go ahead.
I just need to touch you.
But no, like the 1 year that who was it? Sean Patrick Flannery was there.
Oh, he was so awesome.
Like I went up to simply do a meet and greet and that was it, right? And it was really fucking cool because like so these girls that were a few people ahead of me came with this bag of like random party type favors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like there was a can of silly string and
Accoutrement.
like all these little like party gifts. Anyway, so he literally takes them out one by one and sits there and plays with them. I was like, that's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
He's just like, as he's talking to these girls. Yeah. So anyway, he takes out the silly string and he like motions like he's gonna spray it at the crowd, and everybody kind of like fuck no, and I just put my hands up. I was like, do it,
Gimme!
and so he did. He unloaded the entire can, just all over me, dude, until it was gone.
What the fuck?
It was so fucking funny. So anyway, so I get up there, and I just left the silly string on me because fuck it. But like the handler was like,
"I'm gonna wash this hand again."
I know, right? The handler was like, "So, well, what are you doing?" Yada yada yada. And I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna. I just want to do a meet and greet. Like, I don't have any money to pay for anything, so I just want to do a meet and greet." He's like, "All right, that's fine. Just no pictures, no this, no that." You know, doing her handler shit.
Yeah.
And I get up to him, and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, "Hey, so and she's like already distracted with the next person in line. So I was like, "Hey, so how, would it be cool to, you know, maybe get a picture of you since I mean you covered me in silly string, right? I got to get something." Right. And he kind of like looks back at the handler, looks back at me, and he goes, "Fuck it, let's take a selfie." And so I pull up my phone, and he's like all up. I was like, "Oh shit, we're doing it! Oh yes, and then
doing it."
And then after the picture, he's like, "All right, cool. Hang on." And he grabs a pen and signs my fucking shirt.
That's bad.
I was like, "Dude, fucking
hell yeah!"
And there's
such a cool
there's
dude.
some of the celebrities there that are like cool about doing other stuff. Like I went that year that they were there. It was Sean Patrick Flannery and
David De La Rocha."
yeah, I was like, is that his? I can't remember if that's his actual name. And like, I was in line meeting him, and I was there with my friend Madison, and she was like, she like held my phone to take the picture of me with him, and I got his autograph. And then she brings my phone back to me, and he looks at her and goes, "You want one too?" And she got a picture with him, like 2 for 1.
That's dope.
I was
Yeah, like they're just cool as fuck.
So I'm hoping Austin St. John is this cool.
Yeah,
The Red Ranger.
yeah, because it's either that or they're just complete fucking dicks.
Yeah, like there's no middle ground. Like they're not.
Shane
just-
Bernthal. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, he is a cock and a half.
Who?
The Punisher.
John Byrne.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
he's
see that.
serious?
I
Oh,
can
yeah.
see that.
Oh yeah,
Really?
He is a son of a bitch.
I can see
This
that.
was before. This was when he was like Walking Dead fame status.
Yeah, like so not even as big.
Yeah. Yeah, because he died in like the second season.
Yeah,
You a bitch.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that about him though. Like I can see him being that dickish.
yeah.
I mean, is that like justified though?
I
mean,
think-
like you're in like a couple good things.
Yeah, it's not justified, but I mean, fucks.
Well, at the time, that show was like super hot.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that was when The Walking Dead was like peaking.
like
But
red hot.
I think the one of the funnest people that we've met, me and Derek, I would say, besides like when we fist bumped Lou Ferrigno,
Which was cool as
But-
fuck.
we were walking and Danny Glover was there. randomly. And we're like, dude, let's go
Yeah.
talk to Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Dude. And we get up there and I'm expecting, just this like, hey, how's it going? Like Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon. We get up there, he's like, what's going on, baby? And I was like,
Yeah, dude,
oh my god, you're so much more blacker.
You're so much blacker than I realized. No, he was so badass, dude. He was chill as fuck.
I was just expecting like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
The one person that I love going to see whenever I go is Jess Harnell.
Oh, dude, that motherfucker. Like, they're
He
like.
might as well move to Salt Lake.
He makes you feel like you're his like good
Yeah,
friend that he
yeah.
hasn't seen in years.
Like he knows Derek.
Yeah.
So, and I've I've told this story before, but like the craziest thing to me about it was the first time I met him. The first time I met him, I had my long ass hair, right, and a full fucking beard. And then the next year that I went, I was clean shaven and my hair was short, like super fucking tight and short. And I get up there and he looks at me for a second and he goes, why the fuck did you cut your hair? What? Like, he immediately recognized me, and like, he started mentioning some of the things that I told him before. Like, so how's this going, man? You're doing music, right? Yeah, how has that been going?
Yeah, it's
like, how's your band?
amazing.
Like, this motherfucker met me once for 5 minutes and remembered everything. He remembered who I was, first of all. This dude sees thousands of people a day.
Yeah.
And remembered that and the shit that I told him.
I would take it as a compliment.
Well,
For those of you
see,
that
that's the thing. It's
don't
not even,
know, he's most notable for being Wacko on the Animaniacs.
like, it wasn't even just me. It was like, then after me, after I got out of line, the next person in line, he was like, oh, hey, and, like, this dude has got a fucking memory. Like, and he's so cool. You can tell how much he fucking likes people and cares and, you know, wants to give people a good experience. Like, he's just a really amazing dude. And that's another one of the voice clips we got.
Yeah. Was Jess Harnell.
And he did that for free. Like,
in the Wacko voice.
No surprise there, though. Like, that was cool that he did it.
I mean, that's just crazy to me because, like, for a regular actor who has a unique voice to say, well, yeah, I don't do recordings because that's my money, you know?
Yeah.
That's one thing. But for someone who's strictly a voice actor to go, yeah, no, I'll do that. Like, to me, that's
I want to
amazing.
say, like, part of this is just kind of what I want to say, but, like, I think that maybe something that pointed them in the direction of, oh yeah, I'll do this for you, is like, hey, we have this like nerdy podcast and we need like an intro. What do you say? Like, we would just gone up and be like, hey, could you like record a voicemail for me? They would be like, oh, fuck you, get out of here.
Yeah.
Free marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, no, he is the coolest dude, bar none, and he has like this awesome kind of 80s metal type band. Like, it's so fucking cool.
Dude can sing. Like, I remember, I think it was before or after the last Comic-Con, the dudes that run the Salt Lake Comic-Con, they like had him in his like basketball gym at one of their houses, and he was like, hey, you gotta sing Journey, and he just starts belting it out, and like the acoustics in the gym with his voice, I was just like, holy shit.
Well, I mean, I feel like somebody who can manipulate their voice into different characters, like, almost automatically is going to be good at singing.
Right.
You know, if they can do that well, you're clearly great at modulating your voice in whatever way you want.
I feel like a lot of actors are already vocally trained like that too. Like,
yeah,
when you see a movie,
for sure.
like I don't know, just like a musical where the actors are actually singing on top of like their acting, and you're just like, okay, yeah, that sounds really good.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, so that's one of my favorite things about last year, and I really hope we can get more this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, with the four of us going, I think we can.
Well, and eventually, what I want to try and do is have a booth at podcast.
Yeah.
Or I mean, at
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Yeah, I'd love to have a booth at podcast.
Me too. Could just put some walls up around us.
Maybe we can. Maybe not. Maybe in the next couple of years, we should think about getting through to that.
Yeah.
I think the last thing that I want to touch up on is the people that listen to us.
I want to touch up on the people too.
Yeah.
Come on over, people.
Hey, motherfucker.
I'll touch
One
up.
of those people.
I'll touch up on you.
Yeah, one of those people. You can't do that. Two of those people. Yeah, the people that listen to us, like all of you guys.
Their support.
Yeah, you guys, honestly, like 6 different countries around the world, 7 states around the country. I mean, over now 800 downloads. Like, we couldn't do this if you guys didn't like what we put out.
Yeah.
So I, lastly but not least, want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you that watch the live streams, that watch us D&D, that watch us, you know, that listen to the podcast on a weekly basis. Thank you so fucking much. Because
absolutely.
you guys,
we love that you nerd out with us.
yeah, like, we couldn't do it without you. So with that being said, that concludes our 1-year anniversary episode and live stream. Thank you so much from the bottom of our cold black hearts.
Yeah.
Definitely.
As
From the bottom of our farts.
yeah, from the bottom of
Damn
our
it.
farts.
I had heart written down.
As always, You can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Twitter and Instagram at Nerdcorp Podcast.
Or you can email us at nerdcorppodcast@gmail.com.
And if you want to support us even more and get us through another year, subscribe to our Patreon. Patreon.com/Nerdcorp Podcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from shirts and stickers to extra episodes and bonus content. So
Give us some money!
bring money, as Weird Sense likes to
John
say.
Mulaney. Give us some money!
So for the
give me
Nerd,
some money. I'm very good.
I'm poor. So for the Nerd Corporation, my name is Eddie Lyon,
I'm Cole Simper.
I'm Derek Reese.
I'm Nick Lewis.
and here's to another year. Thanks for listening, guys.
Love you. Bye-bye.